Thought you said you were checking the house.
And the picture was a picture of the wall, what to do with this kid. Bring the kid in. I'll see them. I don't want you to make a mistake that results in a kid dying or being taken away from his parents.
You
And so
fools should have left when you had the chance!
I didn't say
Ah! Get out of here!
reporter or the teacher report today. Absolutely have to have the clean up. If there's anything that complain, this, that's why you were there. That's why you wanted to do. Maybe I'll reach them. At that point, he had very significant injuries. The doctor would have clearly noticed that it was going to be first. I think it was that word, right? It was the ambulance. And it's nothing. Yeah, they ever contain a warrant requiring parole. I was class later. And you go back to me. You go back to me. I think I'm done.
Any more of you upstairs? I'm coming for you! You hear me?
Where are you creeps hiding? Come out where I can shoot you.
Oh, I'm gonna be real happy to shut you up.
I knew you'd come soon enough. You were some of the coward. Like
He was
you.
happy. Like he was real happy.
Oh, hunters,
But then I felt bad for him because
freedmen,
he said that his mom couldn't get him.
carpetbaggers.
But he really didn't fix his life. Like, because obviously he was something good at this. He was nice to other people, especially his students in the class. But that's until he started being absent and he was telling like the students in the class that his mom's boyfriend was hitting on him. And so
You done yet?
he recorded me because like, I'm not saying he was a bully or anything like that, but he was like he had like a bad temper. This knows wherever I moved him, things kept happening. One time I
You think you're tough, Jackie? Come in here.
like, okay,
Look it up there.
I think we're clear.
I was kicking the wall,
Come help me with this, will you?
just mad about something that typically wouldn't warrant being so angry.
You coming?
One day he walked in and he had these chunks of wood cut out and letting them pattern all over his head. And then he sort of touched, there would be like this bloody, starting to heal scab underneath.
Miss, in order to get a view to see that photograph,
Yes.
there's at least some of that haircut might show in that photograph here consistent with how you saw either both hair out
Yeah.
see any cuts or anything on the head from some hair or
That's the little cuts into the parts that are shaped really, really short. And then there was a
Give me a hand moving these bodies.
here.
Don't want the others walking into this.
and this is for sure that rib.
Yes.
Do you have something like that?
Yes.
Hurry up. This fella's getting heavy.
Yeah, he would help you. That
Yes.
Follow me.
That is mom helping that. I called the
All
principal.
right, this way.
I called
Dump
Gabriel
the
to the
bodies
door.
in the swamp over
And
there.
he said, come over here. And he was telling the principal, like, you gotta see, like, can we take pictures? He immediately just stopped and said, oh, sit down, son, sit down. And he said, we don't investigate, that's investigating. We don't do that. You know, if you see something,
Okay,
report it.
I can deal with the rest of the bodies. You go meet up with the caravan, guide them in.
After that.
All right, see you soon.
At that time, I called Stephanie Rodriguez. I told her, you know, everything with the haircut, with the busted lip. She never listened much. She would repeat like maybe what I said, and she would just, okay. Just taking the information. That's when he was really withdrawn from the other kids. He didn't even want to go outside and play. He would just kind of say, do you need any help? And then I would give him stuff to do. There were days where he did not want to go home. Just didn't want to get on the bus. He would be crying. I don't want to go home. He would tell me, can you call that lady? And I was like, I never told him I called a lady. So, two things went on in my mind. One is Stephanie Rodriguez had to be because he knew, who she was. And then two, he wanted me to call her like he was helping. The next thing after that was he came into school. He walked in and we all looked around because he just looked horrible. His eyes were all swollen, like I say, he looked like a cat kind of like.
Welcome home, all of you, to my humble abode. We got fine living. All the corpses and the alligators, it's paradise. I love it. Miss Grimshaw, Mr. Pearson, would you two kindly work your magic?
I knew something, and I just knew that was not. You
Take a
don't
ride
fall
with me.
like
Sure.
that. And so I'm saying,
George,
what?
Yes,
can I have a word with you?
not now.
My mom shot me in the face with a BB gun. Okay? I just want to be like,
Can you believe that, girl? All I've got going on, and she wants to talk. Everything okay with you two? I've got
he said,
far more
because you won't tell me
things
and
to
that
worry
rape
about
things,
right
then I
now
get
than
reports.
Molly O'Shea. What are you waiting for? Get up here,
I
Arthur!
assumed that.
So every time, social work.
Yes.
You
And you want to call. I don't know what to do. I don't know, I could look at his face and, not be able to assure him that that wasn't going to happen again when I couldn't say that. I was kind of stuck in a hard spot, not knowing what the best thing to do was to protect him. That day after school, it was hard because I was thinking maybe it's better to just not call, but I called. Anyways.
The teacher calls and reports that he's come to school saying he's been shot with a BB gun. That is one of the times that's investigated by a medical professional. The social worker doesn't see any, he says it was an accident. So she walks away from that. Even if it was an accident, he would have needed medical attention. So there was no medical follow-up, even to the injuries that were acknowledged by the department.
I don't know how many times Jennifer Garcia called and where the breakdown happened. I have no idea. But I will tell you.
Next panna cotta double
Without a shadow of a doubt, if I knew a child was being abused like that, that child would not get out of my classroom. That child would not go home.
After the incident with the BB gun, there was a long absence.
Oh,
And I just remember when he came in, I was like, oh, that he was just there still. You know, that he came back, but he looked horrible. I mean, he had a blood, his eye was totally red to where there was no white showing on that part of his eye. His forehead had like skin that looked like it had peeled off. He said he fell off a bike and that he had stuck his head on the ground, you know, and hit his eye. And the nurse already knew he supposedly had pink eye. The kids were like scared. They were like, oh, what happened to you? I mean, he looked the worst I'd ever seen. But he had been healing too. Like I knew he was out 13 days. So I knew that that was the healing version of those injuries. So I called and I left Stephanie Rodriguez a message and I just said, you know, he said he fell off a bike and he looks horrible. I didn't even have to say more. It was just he looked horrible. And I never got a call back. I was mad. I'm like frustrated. Why is he still going home? Like, why is no one taking him out? Why are they not, you know, taking his injury serious? Gabriel didn't seem angry with his mom. Even at the very end, when he looked like the worst I'd ever seen him. We were working on a Mother's Day project, and I just asked him, do you want to, you know, make the project? And he was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So this was a Mother's Day project we did. This is the card he made. You know, it says, open the door to see who loves you. And then, you know, his mom would open the door and we put his picture in there. And then he wrote some stuff inside. He kind of filled out, you know, my mom is special because he says she's a loving mom and I love her because she's beautiful. My mom has a pretty smile. I like to make her smile. Bye. And then he wrote, and a pretty face. And then it says, my mom is as pretty as a flower and heart. And then he wrote his name, signed Gabriel. And then the date was May 7th of 2013. Yeah.
13.
And then he made her these little coupons. And this one says, I will clean the dishes. Time for me and you. Which that's like kind of unique. To come up with that. And then this one says, I will be good. There's always something about that, being good. And she was always trying to prove that he was good. I took the pictures of him holding the MOM with his face covered in bruises. I didn't know what it was actually at that time. I had never seen injuries that looked like that before. But he still took the picture, you know, he still stood there holding the letters, and even still, with the last letter, I said, make a silly face, and he still made that silly face, even despite, you know, what he looked like, knowing he was making that for his mom. I felt like he wanted to do that, because he, you know, deep down, he really just wanted her to love him. He was trying to make her happy. And that was the last thing sitting on his desk, actually, was his Mother's Day project when I found out he was dead. You know, and then I cried, and I just think you're numb. You don't know what to do or what to think.
Miss Garcia told all of us to sit around her, and she had told us that Gabriel had passed away, and everybody just broke down. That was my friend, and it really caught me because it was his parent who took his life. Not anybody else walking down the street or driving in a car or just a random person. It was his parents. eventually don't get to tell somebody bye, and that's what I didn't do. I didn't tell him bye everything. I was sad. And I was hurt.
మామూలుగా డిష్ వాషర్ లో పెట్టేసి కింద జాగ్ ఉంది కదా. ఆహా కాదు, నేను ప్లేస్ చేస్తా కానీ జస్ట్ డిష్ వాషర్ లో పెట్టే అంటున్నా.
It was something stupid.
I felt like everybody that knew what was going on, nobody can say with a clear conscience you did everything you should and you feel good at the end of the day. I can't say that. I have a lot of guilt. To me, the social workers, I'm upset. Why didn't she see what I saw? Why didn't she believe him and know that that was not okay? I hope the social workers get whatever the max sentence they can get. Because they have his death on their hands. Her hands specifically.
I have 4 coworkers that are going to go to trial. My feeling is that they are being sacrificial lambs for everybody else. Have you investigated it? Have you really gone into the nuances of what really happened? Is this just something to make you look good and them look bad, or is this something that you really, truly believe in? So as long as you're involving humans in this process, you're going to have mistakes. Now, how serious are the mistakes? This was the most serious mistake that could have been made. Can it be repaired? No, it can never be repaired. Can it be redeemed? No, it can never be redeemed. These people have to live with this the rest of their life.
These people అంటే ఎవరో వర్కర్స్ అన్న. ఇంతకు యాక్షన్ ఎందుకు తీసుకోలే చెప్పిరా? ఒప్పుకురా వాళ్ళు?
రెక్లెస్నెస్ మోర్ ఓవర్ వాళ్ళు సోషల్ వర్కర్స్ కొత్తగా వచ్చిరంట డిపార్ట్మెంట్ లకి. ఈమెమంటుందంటే సోషల్ వర్కర్స్ అనేటోళ్ళు హూ నో ద సిస్టమ్, ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళే రావాలా. న్యూ వర్కర్స్ వస్తే దే వోంట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ద సిస్టమ్ అండ్ దే ఆర్ ప్రోన్ టు మేకింగ్ లైక్ ఎర్రర్స్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఆర్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. సో వెన్ ఎవర్ ఆ టీచర్ ఊకే కాల్ చేసేటప్పటికి ఒక సోషల్ వర్కర్ వెళ్ళి చూస్తుండే అంట. సోషల్ వర్కర్ వెళ్ళి చూసేటప్పటికి అప్పుడంతా ఏదో కవర్ అప్ ఇస్తుండే అంట. వాళ్ళ పేరెంట్స్ ఇస్తారు కదా, ఇచ్చేది ఇందాక ఇస్తుండే కదా, అది ఈజ్ ఓకే ఈజ్ మిస్సింగ్ హిస్ గ్రాండ్ మమ్ అది ఇదని కవర్ అప్ ఇస్తుండే అంట. సో ఎప్పుడు సోషల్ వర్కర్ వచ్చినప్పుడల్లా వాడు ఎక్కువ బీటింగ్స్ అవుతుండే అంట వాడికి. దే యూస్ టు హ్యాండిల్ హిమ్ లైక్ రియల్లీ బ్రూటల్లీ అంట. వాళ్ళు వెళ్ళే కొద్దీ వీడు ఇంకా లైక్ ఈవెన్ మోర్ లైక్.
What are you riding off for? So, back to what you were saying. So, where are we going? To take a look at this 8th wonder of the civilized world, Saint Denis, I keep hearing about. According to the map, the road up this way should lead us right in there. All right. I guess this day ain't over yet. Not quite. Good work back there, Arthur. Everyone okay? Few loose ends, nothing major. And John, about what you'd expect. He's taking it hard. We are going to get that dog back, whatever it takes. I need you to start asking around in the city for Bronte. Subtly, of course. Public places, maybe start with the saloons. Anyone who can put us in contact with him. Of course. What about the Pinkertons? I'm fairly sure nobody followed us. We moved out fast. We should be safe for a few days here.
And then?
I think we need to move a little further. Put some ocean between us and all of this. The mess with those two families, losing Sean. I see things differently now. For a long time, I truly believed a paradise lay somewhere in the West for us. But I just don't know anymore.
So we're leaving the country now?
Oh, what's wrong?
Back to what you were saying.
Maybe. I'm still thinking about it.